Hey guys, Cobb coming here. Today, I'm going to show you how to make it so you can defeat the enemies. So before we get started, I just want to show how I fixed the jumping problem we were having. So I know I said today will be about making a better jumping, but actually the problem wasn't the jumping. So basically, what you want to do, make a new variable, public floats, and then you can call it whatever you want. I call it speed. And then just change it. So before I was being kind of dumb, I made it rb.velocity, but you actually want to make it rb.addForce walking times speed, and then you want to do the same thing in here, but then jumping you still want to use velocity and stuff. So all of this, that should help with the problem. So now if we go in here, so before it was making it, when you jumped it kind of looked like you were gliding. So now you aren't gliding. You can jump over the enemies now. So what we're gonna do today is make it when you jump on the enemies, it will defeat them. So it'll be like Mario, Super Mario. So yeah. Okay. So just open up Visual Studio. Just create a new script. I didn't mean to call it this. You can obviously name it whatever you want. And then attach it to the player. And then, so what you want to do is make two variables. One, transform and call it whatever you want, and then the other is a game object. And then public void on click, and then if vector2.distance transform.position enemy.position, if 3 is greater than any of that, then you want to set enemy object to false, like so that way it isn't enabled. And what this means is if you are like close enough to it, it will allow you to defeat it. So if we go into the canvas, you see there is a button. So this button, if you go into the on click part, you just click add, and then you drag in the player, and then you come down here, choose the script, and then choose whatever the function name is, and then the button, you have to create an animation to go along with the enemy. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be good enough. And now, when you press play, you can go over here, and then just, once you get close enough to it, it will defeat the enemy. So if you're way over here, you can't click on it, but then, once you get close enough to like there, you can defeat it. You can adjust this however much you want, you can make it as close as you want. So since that was pretty short, now I'm going to show you how to make a camera follow. Okay, so to make camera follow, just go on to the main camera, add a new script, and call it camera follow. And then, so make it C#, you can call it whatever you want, you don't have to call it what I call it. And then just open it up. Okay, so you need to make a few variables, so make a public, vector3, and call it offset, or you can call it whatever you want, obviously. And then also make a public transform, and then call it target. Well, you obviously don't have to call it this, you can call it whatever you want. You can delete this and change update to fixed update. You can delete the quotes, those don't matter. And then here you want to do so transform dot position equals target dot position, and then plus offset. Okay, let's go back into Unity. Okay, and then go into the main camera, and you can see this. So what I like to do, so just obviously drag player to there, and then you can press play and make sure that make sure that maximize on play is off, and then so yeah, press play, wait for it to go, and then it will teleport you directly to the player. So then Z will move you out a little bit away from the player, so make it however much you want, so like -1, and then you can move yourself over however much you want, so like 10.5. Obviously it doesn't have to be the same as what I do, and then move it up a little to about there, so 3.3, make it 3.5, yeah, 3.5 looks good. And then now you want to right click and then copy component, exit, because when you click play, it doesn't save any of the changes. So go back into here, and then right click, and then paste component values, and now, when you press play, it will be the same, and it will follow, as you can see. So, and then you also want to go into your scene, and then expand the ground a little bit. So just zoom in and expand the ground as much as you want. I'll expand it really far. So here. Scale. So just make it really big, and you can also move it over. So that way it isn't, so about to there. And you can also just create another 3D object, just a cube or whatever, bring it over here, and then make it way bigger, and then remove the box collider, and then make it a box collider 2D, and then so now you can also make it disable the mesh renderer. So now when you press play, the player cannot go back. So also you might want to actually move it over a little bit. So there, that looks good. Now the player cannot move back too far, so then they only can go forward, and then it is a little confusing. So now if you don't want it to follow you when you jump, I'll go show you how to prevent that. Okay, so you just want to go into your script and then delete all the stuff that we had here, and then do transform.position equals new vector3, and then target.position.x, and then transform.position.y, and transform.position.z. And then now if you open up Unity and click play, then it is targeted onto the player. So yeah, now when you jump, it doesn't jump with you. So the next episode will be about locking it so that way the camera will stay about here on the player instead of way over here, and it actually follows the player. We don't want it to actually follow the player. We want to make it, once the player reaches a certain point, it will start following the player. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.